Donald Trump is a racist. Assessing whether President Donald J. Trump is a racist involves examining his public statements, actions, and policies. Let us reference documented instances that contribute to this discussion. The claim that President Donald J. Trump is a racist is not only misleading, but is built on cherry-picked soundbites, out-of-context quotes, and politically weaponized narratives. A fair and balanced analysis of his public statements, actions, policies, and personal relationships tells a far different story. One of a man who, while blunt and unapologetic in speech, has consistently supported African American communities through action, empowerment, and reform. 1. Condemnation of white supremacy, the Charlottesville lie debunked. The media, particularly outlets like MSNBC and CNN, have relentlessly pushed the false narrative that Trump called white supremacists in Charlottesville very fine people. This is a blatant distortion. Here is what Trump said, on record. "I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and white nationalists because they should be condemned totally." President Trump, press conference, August 15, 2017. His statement acknowledged that within the crowd, there were also peaceful protesters who opposed the removal of Confederate statues. Not everyone was a white supremacist. By deliberately omitting his explicit condemnation of hate groups, the media spun a lie that fueled their partisan agenda. 2. Tangible support for black communities, not just words, but policy. Critics ignore what matters most, results. President Trump's record includes unprecedented actions that uplifted African Americans more than symbolic gestures ever could. The First Step Act. Signed into law in 2018, this criminal justice reform bill corrected harsh sentencing laws that had disproportionately harmed black Americans. Approximately 90% of those released under this legislation were black. Where were the Democrats on this for decades? Trump got it done. Record low black unemployment. Before the COVID pandemic, black unemployment under Trump reached a historic low of 5.4% in August 2019, the lowest ever recorded. This didn't happen by accident. It was the result of pro-growth economic policies, tax cuts, and deregulation. Support for HBCUs. President Trump didn't just show up for a photo op. He permanently funded historically black colleges and universities with the Future Act, eliminating the need for them to seek funding from Congress continually. Even prominent HBCU leaders acknowledged his commitment was unmatched. This is historic. No other president has done this. Dr. Michael L. Lomax, United Negro College Fund, UNCF. 3. Personal relationships and recognition of black excellence. Donald Trump's personal and professional life undermines the accusation of racism. He dated Kara Young, a biracial model, who confirmed that Trump never uttered racist remarks during their relationship. If he held bigoted views, would he have engaged in an open relationship with a biracial woman during the 1990s, when such unions still faced societal stigma? In 1986, he was awarded the Ellis Island Medal of Honor alongside Muhammad Ali and Rosa Parks, a diverse group representing American excellence and civil rights. Was this the ceremony for a racist? When Nelson Mandela visited the U.S. in 1990, it was Trump's jet that was chartered for the tour. While it was a business arrangement, would a racist even consider associating his brand with one of the most outstanding black leaders in history? 4. Clemency and compassion. President Trump used his executive powers to help specific black Americans caught in unjust systems. Alice Marie Johnson, imprisoned for a non-violent offense, was granted clemency and later a full pardon after Kim Kardashian West brought her case to Trump. Johnson called Trump her hero. Angela Stanton King, another African-American woman, received a pardon and went on to become an advocate for prison reform and a Republican congressional candidate. These actions were not politically motivated. They were driven by a moral conviction that the justice system should be fair for everyone, regardless of race. 5. Misquoted statements, political weaponization, not racism. Yes, Trump has made blunt and controversial remarks, such as referring to poorly managed, corrupt, and war-torn countries as shithole countries. Was the remark crude? Certainly. But was it based on race? Absolutely not. Trump's issue was with national policy, not with race or ethnicity. He has similarly blasted European nations and globalist elites. Criticism of dysfunctional governments is not racism, it's realism. As for his Go Back tweet aimed at 4 progressive congresswomen, critics again ignore context. Trump's message was aimed at radical anti-American rhetoric, not skin color. The fact that these women were minorities is incidental. He has blasted plenty of white liberal politicians, too. 6. Black leaders praised Trump until he became a Republican. It is no coincidence that the accusations of racism intensified once Trump ran for office as a Republican. Before politics, Trump was embraced by many black celebrities and civil rights leaders. Al Sharpton said in 1999, "Donald Trump was a friend of mine. We had a relationship." Oprah Winfrey, Snoop Dogg, Mike Tyson, and Russell Simmons once celebrated or admired Trump publicly. But once Trump challenged the Democratic stronghold over minority communities, offering jobs instead of dependency, he became their enemy. He didn't turn on them. They turned on him because he posed a political threat to them. Conclusion: facts over feelings. The label of racist has been weaponized to silence Trump's supporters and discredit his achievements. But when the facts are laid bare, it's clear. Donald Trump is not a racist. He is a patriot who believes in law and order, economic opportunity, and individual responsibility, principles that benefit all Americans, including African Americans. If results matter more than rhetoric, if actions matter more than sound bites, then Donald J. Trump has done more for Black Americans than any modern president before him. That's not racism, that's leadership.